What would you do if someone who was about to die asked you for one final favor? A Texas police officer faced this exact moment, and what the prisoner asked for will completely change how you see humanity. But before I tell you what happened, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you had the power to grant someone's dying wish? Hit that like button if you believe in second chances, because this story will restore your faith in human compassion. I'm about to share a story that happened right here in Texas that'll make you question everything you think you know about justice, mercy, and what it truly means to serve and protect. This isn't just another police story. This is about a moment when humanity triumphed over protocol, when compassion conquered procedure. Show map of Texas, zoom into specific location. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because stories like these need to be shared. They remind us that even in our darkest moments, there's still light to be found. Picture this. It's a typical day at a Texas correctional facility. Officer Sarah Martinez, and yes, that's her real name because this story deserves to be told with full credit to her courage, is making her rounds. She's been on the force for 8 years, seen it all, done it all, but nothing could have prepared her for what was about to unfold in Cell Block D. James Thompson, 34 years old, convicted of armed robbery, was dying. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The doctors had given him maybe 48 hours. As Officer Martinez approached his cell during what would be one of her final check-ins on him, she noticed something different. James wasn't angry. He wasn't bitter. He wasn't screaming about the unfairness of life like so many others in his situation might be. Instead, he was quiet, almost peaceful. And when he looked up at Officer Martinez, she saw something in his eyes that stopped her cold. "Officer Martinez," James said softly, his voice barely above a whisper. "I know I don't deserve anything from anyone. I know what I did was wrong, but I have one request, one last wish before I—" His voice trailed off. Now, here's where most people would walk away. Here's where protocol says you don't get personally involved. Here's where the book says you maintain professional distance. But Officer Martinez didn't walk away. She stopped. She listened. And what James asked for next will absolutely shock you. But first, let me give you some context about James's life, because understanding his story makes what happens next even more incredible. James Thompson grew up in East Houston. Single mother, 3 siblings, poverty that would break most families. He dropped out of school at 16, not because he was lazy, but because his family needed him to work. By 18, he was making more bad decisions than good ones. By 25, he was in and out of the system. The armed robbery that landed him in prison? It wasn't for drugs. It wasn't for gambling debts. It was to pay for his daughter's emergency medical treatment. His little girl, Emma, needed surgery that his insurance wouldn't cover. Does that excuse what he did? Absolutely not, but it explains the desperation that led him there. The shocking request. So what did James ask Officer Martinez for? Money? A phone call? A last meal? Drugs to ease the pain? None of those. He asked her to help him write a letter. I know what you're thinking. That's not shocking at all. That's actually pretty normal. But wait, let me tell you who the letter was for and what it said, because this is where the story becomes extraordinary. The letter wasn't for his family. It wasn't for his daughter Emma. It wasn't even for the victims of his crime. The letter was for every police officer who would ever arrest someone like him. James wanted to write an apology letter to law enforcement. He wanted to acknowledge the danger he put officers in during his crime. He wanted to thank them for treating him with dignity, even when he didn't deserve it. And most incredibly, he wanted to warn other young men who might be considering making the same mistakes he made. But here's the part that will give you chills. He asked Officer Martinez to promise him that she would share this letter with police academies, with young officers, with anyone who would listen. I want my death to mean something, he told her. I want some good to come from the terrible choices I made. The decision. Officer Martinez was faced with a choice. She could have said no. She could have walked away. She could have stuck to protocol. But in that moment, she saw something that transcended the uniform, transcended the cell bars, transcended everything that separated them. She saw a human being who was trying to make amends. So she did something that would change both their lives forever. She said yes. For the next 6 hours, Officer Martinez sat with James Thompson. Together, they crafted a letter that would eventually be read by thousands of people, a letter that would be shared in police academies across Texas, a letter that would make hardened officers cry and young recruits think twice about the real impact of their work. But the story doesn't end there. As James's condition worsened, Officer Martinez made another decision that would shock her supervisors, her colleagues, and even James himself. The ultimate act of compassion. With less than 12 hours left to live, James made one more request. He asked if it was possible, just possible, for someone to tell his daughter Emma that he was sorry, that he loved her, that every bad choice he made was because he was trying to be a better father than he knew how to be. Officer Martinez could have taken a message. She could have made a phone call. But instead, she did something unprecedented. She arranged for Emma, now 16 years old, to visit her father. This wasn't easy. It required permissions, paperwork, coordination with social services, and a level of personal investment that went far beyond any job description. When Emma walked into that prison hospital room, she hadn't seen her father in 3 years. She was angry, hurt, confused. But Officer Martinez didn't just facilitate the meeting. She stayed. She helped mediate conversations between a dying father and his teenage daughter. For 4 hours, James and Emma talked. They cried. They argued. They forgave. And Officer Martinez was there for all of it. Not as a guard, not as an officer, but as a human being who understood that some moments transcend law enforcement. The ripple effect. James Thompson died the next morning, with his daughter holding his hand and Officer Martinez standing guard, not to keep him in, but to keep the world out while a family said goodbye. But the story doesn't end with his death. It begins there. The letter that James and Officer Martinez wrote together has been read at 47 police academies across Texas and neighboring states. It's been shared in training seminars, community outreach programs, and conflict resolution workshops. Emma Thompson, inspired by Officer Martinez's compassion, is now studying criminal justice herself. She wants to become a victim advocate, helping families navigate the justice system with the same compassion that Officer Martinez showed her family. Officer Martinez received both criticism and praise for her actions. Some said she got too involved, that she crossed professional boundaries. Others nominated her for commendations and community service awards. But when asked about it, Officer Martinez said something that I think defines what true service really means. I didn't see a prisoner that day. I saw a father who was dying. I saw a daughter who needed closure. I saw an opportunity to help heal instead of just enforce. That's what the badge is really for, to serve and protect, even when it's complicated, especially when it's complicated. The deeper message, 12 to 13 minutes. This story isn't just about one officer and one prisoner. It's about the power we all have to choose compassion over convenience. It's about recognizing humanity even in the most unlikely circumstances. James Thompson made terrible choices. He hurt people. He broke the law. But in his final hours, he tried to make amends, tried to create something positive from his pain. Officer Martinez could have done the minimum required by her job. Instead, she chose to see the person behind the prisoner. And Emma Thompson could have remained angry and bitter. Instead, she's channeling her experience into a career dedicated to helping others. That's 3 lives transformed by a single choice to show compassion. So I want to ask you, when was the last time you had the opportunity to show extraordinary compassion to someone who might not have deserved it? When was the last time you looked past someone's worst moment to see their potential for redemption? The next time you're faced with that choice, remember James Thompson's letter, Emma's transformation, and Officer Martinez's courage. Remember that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply choose to see each other as human beings first. Call to action, 13 minutes. If this story moved you, please share it. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because stories like these need to be told. They need to be shared. They need to remind us that even in our divided world, compassion can still triumph. Let me know in the comments, what would you have done in Officer Martinez's situation? Have you ever experienced or witnessed extraordinary compassion in unexpected circumstances? And remember, we all have the power to be someone's Officer Martinez. We all have the power to help someone write their own letter of redemption. Until next time, keep believing in the power of human kindness. It's still out there, still changing lives, still making miracles happen, one compassionate choice at a time.